Hey everybody, it's Mark Yegi. Welcome to a weekly market pulse. Today is July 3rd and the market's closing in like a few minutes, so I'm not going to be very long on this. But I just wanted to wish you all a happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day. Appreciate all your support here. And before I launch into a few charts, I want to just let you know that we are officially having an event in Clearwater Beach, Florida, at the Sheraton Sand Key Resort. I grew up in Clearwater Beach. It's a beautiful place, one of the top 10 beaches in the world. It's got this white, fluffy, white sand stuff. Not that we're going to be like hanging out and surfing on the beach, but you will get to experience the beach. We're going to do a 3-day event where we're going to learn a lot of stuff about how to make income in the markets. So I'd love to have you. If you're interested in doing it, I'm sure there's going to be a link underneath here. You can go to our website, cashflowmachine.io, and there should be a link or some kind of banner or something like that where you can join us. We got an early bird special going on, just launching it today, and going to have a few mastermind members there, and love to have you there too. Maybe meet you face to face if you've been watching the channel for a while, or if you're new. Anyway, the market is green. I'm not going to go into a lot of charts today because I know we're all busy and we got to get ready to, you know, barbecue some hamburgers and hot dogs. But the market's got 4 green lights and it is awesome. And when the market's green, that's when we really shine and make a lot of money in the cash flow machine. But let me start with a couple of the charts that I like to start with. I go top down from the NASDAQ. Look at the NASDAQ. It gapped up today. We've got a golden cross and it's at an all-time high. That's where it had to break out from. So we are in new territory, everybody. This is awesome. We like the stocks to break up. Now, these runs end, okay? Don't get euphoric and greedy. I always try to be the voice of reason and go, look, we're at all-time highs. That doesn't mean we drop, because a lot of people are like, wow, you can't go any higher than an all-time high. But how do you think we make all-time highs if we don't go to an old all-time high? So we're at an all-time high now, and the market looks strong. Not a lot of bombs being dropped, a lot of tariff deals being made. Really good stuff going on. So um, I wouldn't be afraid of this market. All right, let's go through a few more things on the market as well. So the S&P 500, same kind of thing. Look at this. It look almost like the same chart. I'm not going to go over it again. You guys get it. But the Dow is the one that's been kind of lagging. And look what's happened right there. There's a gap up. You know what I say, gaps get filled. But this is like 8 days in a row of up movement, and it wants to take out this 45,073 high. And I bet it does it next week if we can continue some of this golden age euphoria or whatever you want to call it. And then we've got the New York Stock Exchange Composite, the strongest index, at least the most powerful one for me. It's broken the new high there, and now we're in new high territory. So that's really good. Let's look at the VIX. This is what I call the panic index, and you can see the panic index is down right around the $16 level. We haven't been there in a while, really. I mean, we were doing these 12, 14, 16s, and then we spiked up, and now we're back down. So I think the panic is out of the market. People are looking for maybe a dovish Fed. There's just a lot of bad news in the market. So people like that. Let's go through a couple of the stocks that I know some of you are in. Here's Apple. People always like me to check out Apple. Apple, I've been saying for a few weeks now, it has been in this downtrend. But I also said, that these downtrends are becoming less and less and less, called the volatility contraction pattern. And now look what Apple did this week. It's up nicely from this, the last couple of weeks from this 195 level all the way up to where it is right now is about 214. So I've been saying Apple, I think, is in a turnaround from this lousy chart that we've had all year. And now it's kind of going back up the other side. There's going to be some tests here at the 200, but it's broken up nicely over the 50. So I kind of like what Apple's doing, and it's doing it on volume. That makes me very, very happy. NVIDIA, NVDA. So NVIDIA is look at how different these charts look. NVIDIA is in a breakout zone right in here. And so this is a good spot to buy NVIDIA if you wanted to establish a new position. It's in a consolidation. Everything looks really good with NVIDIA. And who doesn't love NVIDIA right now with all the AI stuff that's going on? Palantir, another position that I'm in. I just put out another video on that today. Palantir's right in a breakout zone as well. It kind of came back. It's giving you another chance if you want to get in Palantir. Here is the breakout zone right here. It started there. And what's that price? About 125. Right now you're seeing it at 133.87. There is a bounce off the 50-day moving average, I believe, coming. Uh, and so that's around the 125, 126 level. So kind of look out for that. That's on its way. MicroStrategy, and I'll leave it after this because I could go through 9,000 stocks and you don't have that kind of time. Nobody got time for that. This is a consolidation right here. You know, you would think that MicroStrategy, with Bitcoin hitting 110,000 or eking up close to it this week, you would think that MicroStrategy would be up here, but you know, at the 543 level, but it's still stuck around the $1,400 or $400 level. Nothing wrong with that. It's just they've diluted their shares a little bit. But I got to tell you, I really believe in the story. I believe what's going on there at MicroStrategy. I like what Michael Saylor's doing. If you like Bitcoin, if you're learning about Bitcoin, sorry you didn't get in on it, you know, a few years ago. But there's always time to get in on it. I believe it's the scarcest asset that's ever been discovered or created in the world, and I think there's a lot of upside potential for it. But you know what? What do I know? I just believe it, and MicroStrategy does too, and that is a good play on Bitcoin, especially if you do what we do. We write covered calls. So I mentioned before, we are having an event in September, September 26th through 28th. If you want more information, it's a link at the bottom. And I'd love to see you there or at one of our future events. And if you've taken some of our courses, we got lots of goodies going on there. If you haven't taken some of our courses, we've got early bird specials. I think this event's going to fill up and it's going to be really cool at a great resort. So, you know, if you want more information, you know where to get it, or you can find out where to get it. But listen, have a wonderful, happy, super healthy, and fun Independence Day. I hope you really get to spend some time with the people you love and have a blast. And thanks for tuning in. I always appreciate your support. See you next time on the next Market Pulse. Take care.